Hey guys. So the watermark's finally gone. Hooray! And I guess the one way I want to start this video off is by, I guess as of right now I'll do thoughts and opinions videos on different things, whether it be on like different YouTubers, video games, characters, or whatever. And the first one I'm going to talk about is, probably the Switch, on how I think the Switch is and what are my opinions and thoughts on it. I don't want to make this too long. In other words, hope you guys enjoy. So, the Nintendo Switch. In my honest opinion about the Switch, it's kinda bad. Now, I know for a fact that a lot of people are gonna be yelling at me for this, but hear me out. With the Nintendo Switch, I feel like the only thing that's really acceptable for the Switch is that it's mainly for multiplayers. There are some games on Nintendo Switch I will give a pass on because a couple of them are for mainly single players, but at the same time, you get a bit tired of it. And unfortunately, I feel like that's my issue with the Nintendo Switch. I feel like the controller is a bit too small, especially the Joy-Cons. I just can't seem to get like a good, comfortable grip on it. Another thing was the Pro Controller. That, I want to say good things about it, but I have nothing good on it. I just had some bad things happen to it. Because for some weird reason, even though I'm pressing a button, it's not pressing the button. It's weird. However, I guess I will give maybe a little bit. I don't know if I really can give anything positive about the Nintendo Switch, because I don't know, it's just something doesn't feel right. And I guess I do have many more issues and problems with the Switch. One of them is the lack of games for your Miis or your avatars. And that's the one thing that Nintendo dropped the ball immediately with me. Because of that, I probably had very little interest on Nintendo Switch. I mean, there was Mario Kart and Super Smash Bros, but after playing them for maybe a month or two, it was really hard to get back into it. And not only that, but they also kind of refused to make more of them, or at least have them as bonus features. In ARMS, you couldn't do it. There are games that, you would think that would make sense, but they don't do it. I only have 3 games. Well, no, 4 games because of Christmas. I only have 4 games that the Switch actually allows Miis to be playable. That is Miitopia, which, by the way, I will admit, it's a lot of fun. I got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but it's I don't play it too often. There's also Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which I still have issues. Not because the game is glitchy or crashing, but because I still think it's stupid. And number 4 is, actually, I don't think there's a 4th one. Well, crap. So I guess there's only 3 games. But still, though, the Switch is probably not one of my best consoles I've had. I probably had more fun on the Xbox than the Switch. Actually, no. I probably had more fun on the Wii U than the Switch. Which, by the way, the Wii U, incredibly underrated. That console needs more love. It really does. But But at the same time, there are some good things about the Switch, like the Joy-Cons. I will admit they were pretty good, but at the exact same time, they also have their issues. Like for me, I think they're a little bit too small, or maybe not too small, but a bit too thin. That's one thing. But another thing was on how incredibly expensive they are. How much are we talking about? Like over $70 for just the Joy Cons only. Yeah, it's not very good. And another thing about the Switch is that they were, oh my god, the prices. And the Joy Cons were the least of my problems. The Joy Cons were literally the least of my problems. Probably my biggest issue with the Switch was were the games, because games like Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros, and even Miitopia, every single one of them were $60, and I had no interest in that kind of money. But what I will say is that Crash Bandicoot and Sonic, at least they were smart. Instead of selling for like $60, $50, they went underneath both of them and only sold them for like $40, $45, which is probably like one of the smartest things I think I've ever seen. But still though, the Switch, like, I guess I have complicated feelings of it, because I will admit I still play it, but it's not, but at the same time it's like I only do it because, well, I'm kind of bored. And that shouldn't be the case, especially when it comes to a video game console. Like, but at the exact same time, I'm 18 years old. The Wii came, I literally had the original Wii, that big white block thing. I used to have that ever since I was born. And I was just a kid. Every single day after school, I would play on it. Every single day right after school. And I still play it to this day. I still play it, but definitely not as much as when I was a kid. And in all fairness, when you grow older, you start to be a little bit more mature, although for some people, not exactly the case, but still. When you grow older, your brain kind of changes over the years. So video games are kind of like you still play them, but you don't play them as often as you did as a kid. So it could be a little bit of my fault, but at the exact same time, I'm not taking all the blame. I'll take part of the blame, but at the exact same time, I'm still blaming Nintendo that they're selling out their games for like $60. But when Crash Bandicoot and Sonic, whenever they try to sell their games, they actually do it smart and sell them like what everyone would call a fair price. Some people will be like debatable on it, but the majority would say, look at that price and say, that's actually a pretty reasonable price. Yeah, the Switch, I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy it, and I want to have fun with it, but I feel like there's many problems with me rather than good stuff. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and hopefully by the end, or hopefully by the beginning of 2022, things will happen. Are they going to be planned? Not exactly. Do I want them to at least come a little bit true? I sure do hope so. Anyways, as always, don't be crazy, be insane.